Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl A Rich Book, and you are tuned into a rich life, healing, lifestyle, and metaphysics. It has been 3 years since I've made a YouTube video, and my bad, y'all. I've been on, and still am on, and will forever be on this beautiful journey called life. But I'm back, I promise. And so I have named this channel A Rich Life because that is the brand that I have cultivated. That is the life that I live. And it's my name. Say my name. Say my name. And so what this channel is about, it's all about healing. My platform, no matter where you see me, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, or here on YouTube, I'm always talking about healing. And then my lifestyle, I am a solo mom of 3 little girls. I'm an entrepreneur and a returning entrepreneur. I am a motivational speaker. I am a mentor. I am a coach. I am this multifaceted individual. And one of the questions that I get all the time is, how do you do it all? You do so much. Rich Book, how do you do it? And the truth is, I just do. Because when you wake up and you decide and you get to choose and you understand that we get to choose the lives that we live, then we have time to do anything and everything that we so desire. So what have I been up to in these 3 years? I have started multiple businesses. I have an apparel brand called AncestralInnerG, which I will absolutely link in the bio. Be sure to check it out. It's an apparel brand that brings awareness to melanin-enriched individuals, connecting us to our ancestral experience. So we see a lot of movies coming out that talk about the Asian culture and that how they connect to their ancestors and how their ancestors are an absolute and intricate part of their experience, of their lives. And just this brand is here to remind melanin and African descent and Aborigine descent and Native descent that we too have ancestors that we can connect with. And the energy is just a part of how we're carrying ourselves, how we see, how we relate to the world outside of ourselves, but most importantly, how we relate to the world within. I've also curated some affirmations called A Rich Life Affirmations, and I'm working on a secret podcast, y'all. So you guys will be the first to know when the first episode launches. But I have affirmations that are here on YouTube. They can be found on your favorite streaming platform, and it is your daily affirmations. It is 3 minutes. It is quick. You can put it on repeat, and it is there to soothe you. I will link it in the description below. But definitely you want to check out that video. Of course, we've all been in this panini bread. That's what I call it, right? Of course, we've all been in this panini bread, and it has been an experience where we get to focus on ourselves, where we get to assess ourselves, where we get to analyze, where we get to inhale and exhale. But the truth is, we had to face ourselves. And if you did not take this 2 years to face yourself, to dig deep within, to explore what it is that you need to work on or improve upon or heal through, is going to come back around, right? And I'm going to talk a little bit about that a little bit later. Previously, when I was making YouTube videos, I was just talking. Like, I was just saying whatever was on my mind, which 9 times out of 10 is about healing. I was just saying whatever I saw, whatever I experienced, and 9 times out of 10, it was about me and my kids. And then I was always talking about new things that I was learning and that I was attracted to, which are metaphysics. So why not, when coming back to YouTube and launching a channel that I am willing to commit to, have that be about healing, my lifestyle, and metaphysics? Why not, right? So what does healing look like? I started my healing journey, active healing, in 2017. I'm going to say actively in 2017. Passively, before then, 2014 was the first time in my adult life that I ever went to therapy. And it was in that moment where I wanted to save my marriage and save my relationship. And at that time, I was a young mom, I was a young wife, but I was like, I want this to work. I don't want my life to mirror or reflect the generational experiences, as in a lot of my family have been married and divorced, and I wanted this to work. I just wanted this to work for me. And so that started my journey of development and self-improvement and accountability. But in 2017, I'm going to say about January, February, that's when I really started my work. And I talk a lot in some other videos on my YouTube, maybe from 2 or 3 years ago, where I talk about my separation and I talk about my divorce on this channel. But moving forward, those are some of the things that we'll talk about as it relates to my healing. But I've been on my healing journey actively since 2017. And one thing that I want to say for facts is that healing is not linear. Healing is not this straight line. It is not like this. It is not like that. Healing is up, down, up, down. It is an ebb and flow. It is a give and take. What is the definition of healing? The process of making things better or becoming better. So it doesn't even mean, right? Sometimes when I talk about healing, people think that something traumatic has had to happen or life has had to happen. But we're all living, and healing is just about becoming the better version of yourself. That is all it is. It's like if you wake up at 8 a.m. and you're like, hey, I feel like, to me, waking up at 6 a.m. would serve me better. That is a healing experience because you are choosing to become better. You are owning that experience about who you are. Okay, and lifestyle. It's just the rich book way. I am a solo mom of 3 little girls, and I do so much. I am a multifaceted individual. And so the way that I carry myself, my morning routines, get ready with me, outings, mini vlogs, I will also show you guys that aspect of my life as well. So that's why I wanted to include lifestyle, because if you look at some of my earlier videos, I take you guys shopping with me, like on a shopping haul, on a budget, like eating a vegan diet or a plant-based diet. I've shown you guys when we go on road trips. So yeah, definitely will show a lot more of that here on the channel as well. And last but not least, metaphysics. And so one of my first, like actually my very first YouTube video, I am talking about manifestation. And I'm talking about how I manifested my very first car that I bought, that was in my name. I was married, had children, and this was my first time that I ever bought a car that was for me. And so that is a story that we'll get into like later on in the channel. Would definitely love to talk through it and talk about it. So what inspired me to come back to YouTube and make these videos? That life has brought me back to where I first started and sharing about my journey. And so I wanted to do this project of my last 30 days, or series, right, of my last 30 days before 30. And a lot of people are like, what? You're not even 30 yet? I know. And so this is what happens when you, 1, live a depthful life, but 2, when you decide to heal all the bullshit from your inner childhood and teen years and adolescence at an early age. So that way, not that anything's wrong with it. That way, when I'm in my 30s and 40s, I'm not dealing with shit that I could have dealt with when I was in my 20s. But also the things that some people experience in one relationship or many relationships, I experienced in one. I have had a plethora of ups and downs in my life that have matured me and gifted me with wisdom that I never anticipated on. But if there's one thing that we're going to talk about with metaphysics, we all understand that we have chose the lives that we are living. We chose our families. We chose our paths. Law of attraction is real. What we focusing on and what comes to us is relevant. It's in the Bible, right? It says what I fear the most has come upon me. King David has said that, right? And so that is what happens to a lot of us. The things that we fear the most come upon us, and we experience that. And so why do I want to do my last 30 days before 30 is because there's a thing that we all go through, and that is called our Saturn return. So what is a Saturn return? I am not an astrologist. I am not an astronomer. But I do understand certain metaphysical things, such as the Saturn return. So the Saturn return is a transit of the planet Saturn, and it's returning directly back to where it was when you were born. And it takes about 27 to 30 years for it to get back to that one specific spot when you were born. And so what is the meaning of the planet Saturn? The planet Saturn typically rules responsibility, accountability, and life lessons. And so the Saturn return, when you are in it, you are like, nothing is working for me. My life is falling apart. Literally, my life fell apart. And when I tell people, my life came together when it all fell apart. Your life will fall apart. You will feel like you're going crazy. You will lose friends and family. Your ideals will change. What you believe will change, or be challenged. There will be aspects of your life that come up that you're like, I don't really know, whether that's speaking up for yourself, loving on yourself, choosing better friends, choosing better partners, choosing better making better decisions. Now, here's the thing. We have free will. And so not everybody navigates this aspect of their life the same way. And so the lessons that we don't learn, the lessons that we didn't learn once, will be taught again. And so that will happen in our 30s or in the next phase of life. So the Saturn return is about a maturity. And so I wanted to do this series of my last 30 days before 30 because I just want to talk. I just want to share. I want to finally open up about the lotus flower that I've become, about the woman that I've grown to become, sharing my life experiences, but also sharing insight and wisdom on how you too can live a rich life, how you too can take my experiences and the information that I've tarried for, that I've studied for, that I've worked for, to improve your life. The thing is, we have been conditioned that our lives have to be one specific way, instead of understanding that we are multifaceted individuals. We are multifaceted beings, and life will look how we desire it to look. Our lives will look how we allow our lives to look. Our lives will look how we create our lives to look. So this is just my introductory video. I covered all the bases that I wanted to share. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, and be on the lookout for my next video of my series, 30 Days Before 30. Peace and love.